A hush falls over the auditorium. Thank you very much. And it's so nice to see all your parents here. I hope you enjoy this afternoon's story time. We're still trying to get some technical difficulties set up, and as soon as I'm giving the okay, we will start. Boys and girls, you excited? Yeah! Okay, so we're going to practice one little thing, okay? I want to see everybody do their library clap. Parents, this is a library clap. Just your two fingers together, because in a library we're supposed to be nice and quiet. So when at the end of the show, you can do a real clap. How's that? Sound good? And when you're backstage, I don't have to say a hush falls over the backstage, because you know that you have to be really quiet back there. Okay? Everybody remember their parts? I hope so. Whew. So just so that parents know, you will see some backdrops being changed over here. And I want to give credit now, in case we run a little bit late, to 3 particular backdrops that you will have the privilege of seeing this afternoon. The first one will be for the story that I'm reading, The Pirate Jamboree. The second one that I want you to pay particular attention to will be, and that's being done by kindergarten. The second one will be the 2nd grade class that is doing the Cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. And the final one is the 3rd grade class that will be portraying the story, the characters in the story, The Cool Bean. Those 3 backdrops were done by our 6th, not this one, and again, just the ones that I mentioned. I take no, please don't give them any acknowledgement at all. So just the ones that I mentioned, they were done by our 6th and 8th grade students. I had 6 to 7 girls that volunteered to do this. They gave up their recess, their lunch, snack time, any 5 or 10 minutes that they could come in and do these drawings for me. They are unbelievable. They are masterpieces in my eyes. So to those students, parents, you can give them a round of applause now, because they really deserve it. And they've offered to do more. Some of the 8th grade students are leaving us, but the 6th grade students, they're on board for the next couple of years to do these drawings again. Technology we have to deal with. So thank you for being so patient. all set?
Victor, when you're ready, let Mrs. Castelletto know.
All set? All right, boys and girls, we are ready. So once again, a hush falls over the room. I'm so glad that we've been able to get together for EBCCS's Library Corner Story Time. And our first story today is going to be done by our angels. And it is traditionally called Brown Bear, What Do You See? But for this purpose, we say, Brown Bear, who do you see? Mrs. Marfiotti, who do you see?
I see Camilla looking at me.
Camilla, who do you see?
Esther's bigger than me.
Joseph, who do you see?
I see Esme. Hi, Mommy.
Esme, who do you see?
I see Penelope looking at me.
Penelope, who do you see?
I see Thomas looking at me.
Thomas, who do you see? I see Bodie. Go ahead, sweetie. I see Bodie.
I'm looking at me.
Good job. Thomas, who do you see? I'm sorry, Bodie, who do you see?
Sophia looking at me.
Sophia, who do you see?
I see Ugly.
Look at
Look at me.
good job. Oscarly, who do you see? Clara, who do you see? Say it one more time, sweetie. Who do you see? Clara, who do you see?
I see Violet looking at me.
Violet, who do you see?
I see Sherazade looking at me.
Sherazade, who do you see? Alejandro, who do you see? Good job, Alejandro. Mrs. Nastari, who do you see?
I see all our beautiful angels looking at me.
Angels, who do you see? I see you looking at me. Great job, angels. Great job. Awesome. All right, angels, stand up. So if we could have my stage hands come out here and turn this sign around, please. next production. So our next story will be characterized by our cherubs. And they are going to do Pete the Cat Crayons Rock. So let's open the curtains. Once again, Pete the Cat Crayons Rock by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete loves his big box of groovy crayons. He loves to draw things like cars, trucks, flowers, and trees. And most of all, the big blue sea. From rocking red to cool cat blue. With a box of crayons, there's nothing Pete can't do. One day, Pete decided to draw something new. His friends. Using lots of colors is so much fun. Pete wanted to use every one. He scribbled and drew a great big smile. His drawings were groovy and rocking with style. Crayons rock. Pete was proud of the pictures he drew. He hoped his friends would dig them too. Pete showed Grumpy Toad first. Grumpy Toad said, "That doesn't look right. The colors are way too bright." Pete thought, "Hey, no sweat. That's all right. The next one will be dynamite." Pete showed Gus his picture too. Gus asked, "Who is this supposed to be? It doesn't really look like me." Pete thought, "Hey, no sweat, that's all right. The next one will be just right." Pete finally showed Callie her picture. Callie said, "That one is fine, but it feels like something's missing from mine." Pete said, "What a mess. Bummer, I guess my drawings aren't the best." Pete started to frown. He put his crayons down. In art class, the teacher asked, "Pete, what are you going to make?" "I don't know. I'm afraid of making a mistake." Pete looked around. Gus drew the coolest superheroes. Callie's flowers were awesome and out of sight. Grumpy's motorcycle was just right. Pete's heart sank. His paper was blank. The gang looked at Pete and said, "No sweat. It's all right. It doesn't have to be just right. Your art is cool because it's you. Your art is so unique. Grab your groovy box of crayons. Show us your technique." The teacher agreed. Art should be fun. Art is for everyone. From rocking red to cool cat blue, with a box of crayons, there's nothing you can't do. Pete smiled. There are no rules. It's no big deal. Art is about how it makes you feel. Pete loved his cool art. That's one thing Pete knew. Suddenly, Pete knew exactly what to do. He tried again. Instead of drawing them one by one, Pete drew the whole gang just having fun. Whoa, way to go, Pete. That's a rocking masterpiece. Grumpy Toad, Gus, and Callie agreed. Pete's pictures was way off the chart. See, that's the groovy thing about art. Thank you so, so much, Cherubs. What an amazing job. Cherubs, we're going to turn around and we're going to wave it back. We're going to go off the stage, everybody. Wave goodbye, Cherubs. All right. Turn around. Turn around. And there you go. So before the curtains close, if we could change the Pete the Cat. Please change this backdrop for me, stage hands. As they bring out the props, our next story is going to be about pirates. And as I said earlier, this is one of the drawings that was done by our 8th grade students. Please close the curtains. And as our pirates get ready in the back, let me see if they can hear me. So it's a pirate jamboree. Oh, they're not in earshot yet. So for days, every time I said the word jamboree, they all sounded like pirates. Curtains, please. And may we have the curtains, please? Thank you. Our story begins. The Pirate Jamboree by Teague. Morning comes, the ship appears, surging o'er the summer sea, while from their decks a lusty cheer, it's time for the Pirate Jamboree. Look at them, the scurvy brood, rascals of every kind, sailing across the neighborhood with mischief on their mind. They crave adventure, they buckle swash, danger they won't flee. These desperados on their way to the Pirate Jamboree. The Johnson brothers are first in line. Bluebeard, Blackbeard, and Beigebeard too. Three terrors of the 7 seas, and each a scoundrel through and through. Right behind them, Shark-Tooth Jane, a clever outlaw she. Her ship is fancy, far from plain, all thanks to piracy. And look, you lovers, it's Eye Patch Sue. With her curly scimitar, her pirate wears an eye patch too, and mutters curses near and far. Ahoy, there's Captain Gunderboom, with cannon strewn across his boat. I wonder where he finds the room. I wonder how he stays afloat. And finally, we meet Pegleg Jones, adrift the salty sea, underneath the skull and bones. his turn to host the Jamboree. With grappling hooks, the pirates swoop from every ship at sea, while Jones lets loose a welcoming whoop to start the Jamboree. They bundle over Pegleg's bed, a wrecking crew. A lampshade lands on Shark Toot's head, and a table topples too. Okay, let's get that lampshade on her head. Here we go. Oh, it's those bows. They do it to you every single time. Here you go, sweetie. Eye patch plunders Pegleg's chest. I wonder, would he mind? She grabs the things that she likes best and leaves the rest behind. Let's see those jewels in there. Wow. And look, there's Captain Gunderboom with cannons in the hall, shooting missiles across the room to splatter on the wall. And now the melee's in full swing. The Johnsons shout and roar, making a mess of everything as they tumble on the floor. But what is this? A ship ahoy? They train their telescopes to see. Oh no, it really can't be. It really cannot be. Alas, the dreaded Mrs. Jones in her black sail ship of doom, ship of terror, ship of bones. It's the SS Clean Your Room. Run away, the pirates cry, overboard they flee, till only Pegleg lays behind to face his destiny. It's evening now. The sun turns gold. The pirates' time is short. Dinner and bed now lie ahead in every quiet port. Next backdrop, please. They have really been practicing very hard for this, believe me. Those are my cannonballs, please. Our next story is a very traditional one, and we're all familiar with it. It is called Very Hungry Caterpillar. Curtains, please. If we're already back there, can you please open the curtains? The Very Hungry. Henry, you're right, honey. You're right. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. Good job, honey. Right over here, sweetheart. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of an egg came a tiny, tiny, very hungry caterpillar. He started looking for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. And on Friday, 4 strawberries, but 4 strawberries, and he was still hungry. And on Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. Now on Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, and 1 slice of salami. And then 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomach ache. The next day was Sunday. Again, the caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. And after that, he felt much better. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, big caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than
2 weeks.
Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he became a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. Aren't those butterflies beautiful? Look at them. Good job. Very good job. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my very hungry caterpillars. You may step back. And as you step back, we will change the sign. Once again, one of our backdrops that was done by our students. So, most of you do know that I do not speak Spanish, and I have tried very hard to get this story correctly, and I am very, very, very proud of this young man here, Mateus, who has been my interpreter, and he has agreed to stay beside me just in the event that I don't say a word correctly. So he has been my interpreter, and I could not have done the story without his help. So of course he wanted to be beside us. All right, so if we're ready back here, if we could have the curtains open, please. Curtains, please. So as our story begins, we see a lovely farm maiden standing here. And our story is called The Cazuela That the Farm Maiden Stirred by Samantha R. Ramos. This is the pot that the farm maiden stirred. This is the butter that went into the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. This is the goat that churned the cream to make the mantequilla that went into the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. This is the cow that made the fresh milk. While teaching the cabra that churned the crema to make the mantequilla that went into the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. This is the duck that went to the market to buy the sugar, to flavor the leche made fresh from the vaca, while teaching the cabra that churned the crema to make the mantequilla that went into the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. This is the donkey. That plucked the lime and carried the pato that went into the mercado to buy the azúcar, to flavor the leche made fresh from the vaca, while teaching the cabra that churned the crema to make the mantequilla that went into the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. This is the hen. Click, click. That laid the eggs.
I have real eggs.
Those are real eggs. While grating the limon, plucked by the burro that went to the mercado to buy the azúcar, to flavor the leche made fresh by the vaca, while teaching the cabra that churned the crema to make the mantequilla that went into the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. This is the farmer who planted the rice.
Oh my goodness. It's
while tending the gallina that laid the huevos, while grating the limon, plucked by the burro that carried the pato, that went to the mercado to buy the azúcar, to flavor the leche, made fresh by the vaca, while teaching the cabra, that churned the crema, to make the mantequilla that went into the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred. When the mantequilla from the cabra, the leche from the vaca, the azúcar from the pato, the limon from the burro, the huevos from the gallina, and the arroz from the campesino were all mixed in the cazuela, the cabra gave out the spoons, the gallina sang a tune, the pato beat a tambour, the burro plucked a banjo.
Banjo.
Oops, I guess we forgot our banjo back there, huh? There we go. Good job. Got your banjo? Oh well, that's okay. The vaca shook a maraca, and the campesino and the farm maiden danced. They really danced a little bit more during dress rehearsal. And when no one watched the cazuela that the farm maiden stirred, the cazuela simmered and sputtered, it bubbled and burbled. Just when it was about to burst, the farm maiden cried, and the cabra, the vaca, the pato, the burro, the gallina, the campesino, and the farm maiden all stirred the cazuela one last time. When the cazuela was finally ready, everyone was very thankful and very grateful.
Gracias por el arroz con leche that the campesina made and stirred.
Second grade, you did an amazing job, I'm very, very proud of you. Now take a step back. Oops, be careful. And you're going to exit off the stage this way. Nice job. And they do have a lot of props to get put aside. So parents, just so that you know that the boys and girls, when they practice this, they just come to a library time, which is 40 minutes, and they've actually been practicing this probably maybe 3 or 4 library classes, so they really do not have an abundance of time in which to learn their steps and what they need to do and what they should be doing. So I'm really very, very proud of them. They've really done a great job. It's difficult working with little ones, but they've done an amazing job. So as they make some changes back there, our final story today is, as you can see from the backdrop, it's called a cool bean. He does have a little bit of difficulty, trying to be cool and keeping up with his friends. And, well, we're going to see what happens. So we have our third grade class, who are a bunch of hams. So you can have hams and beans or whatever, but as you can see, I'm not a comedian. I'm just trying to spend some time here so we can get these few things back there done. But I hope you're enjoying it so far. So, our third grade class, The Cool Beans by Jory, John, and Pete Oswald. Watch out. Here come the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Wow. The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond country lines. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other. That's just how it happens sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. I watched out as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my old pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so, so cool. One of them could play the guitar. One of them could draw the best superheroes. One of them could jump higher than any bean I've ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore some sunglasses. I slicked back my hair. I strutted around. I swaggered. I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff. I was uncool bean for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. It seemed there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunch and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans continued to be cool. I meant sure, I miss them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it went. Until one day, I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee, maybe cried a little bit, and everybody saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't even notice. But our teacher had called me. Everybody stared. I sat in silence. Nobody said anything. And then, everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a Harriston. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back. Or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. Not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up, and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool. And in a few minutes, our cool beans will show you something else. Which is not really part of the story, but that's okay. So, boys and girls, parents and faculty, we will proudly end this year's story time with our Cool Bean Band. Well, everybody, that's our production for this year. I truly do hope that you've enjoyed it. Sorry for the few little mishaps, but you know something? It is what it is, and we're just happy that we've been able to have you come here this year to enjoy this. I've asked that once again we put on display these three lovely backdrops that our students made for us. But in addition to giving them a hand, if we could just give our students a really, really nice, not a loud one, clap. And also their teachers who dealt with my frazzled nerves and my, no, I have to change this, and no, where is this, and no, where is that. So to our teachers, please, thank you. I could not have done this without their help and support as well. And to our two gentlemen who are filming this, I wish I had known I would have had my hair done a little bit better, but that's okay. And last but not least, once again, to the parents who've really shown up today. It means a lot, and it means a lot to them. And just, I'm going to take this off so that one little child said, my mommy can't be here today, and I said to her, your mommy's out.
We have one more person to thank. The person who put this whole thing together. My mother, Mrs. Cazuela. Thank you all for coming today. I hope you enjoy the wonderful weather outside, and we'll see you again soon. This is nice having people in our auditorium. I love it. Thank you, John. Thank you, Victor. Teachers, you can take the students downstairs so the parents can go outside and pick them up now. We're okay with the cheers. We're going to leave them set up for our show for next week. Thank you.